Hello everyone, Acidburn here, Coming 101, gonna do another review. This one I already did. I did a Michelangelo one. A lot of arguments about this one because the way he spelled his name, instead of the A, they put E on there, which is originally how it's done. The real old school Michelangelo is with the E. It's that whole Italian thing. I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to school you guys and all that, but he originally started with the E. And then later on, they've been spelling with the A for the American version, I guess you call it. So we already did that review, but I'll still show it to you anyways. But, however, me and my girlfriend walked into his comic book store. I think it's Upland or somewhere. Not Upland. Shoot, what was it called? Claremont or somewhere in Colorado or California. And we saw the movie Turtles there, and I was like, I want to get one. And she said, go ahead, get one. But then again, I saw this. Bebop, if you know me for a very long time, you know Bebop is my favorite character of all villains out there. And I was like, how about I get this one? And then I looked over, and then I had to get Rocksteady because seriously, okay, Turtle fans, if you know how this works, you just can't get Rocksteady, and you just can't get Bebop. You gotta get them together. That's just the rule. You gotta get them together because it's gonna be kind of weird, if you don't get both of them together. So yeah, fans, if you're just starting out and you're going to start getting Turtle collection and everything, you see a Bebop toy and a Rocksteady toy, you gotta get them together. Even the sellers won't say like, no, I can't split them apart because it's the way it is. But it's like buying Beavis and Butthead, action figures. You just can't buy Beavis and you just can't buy Butthead. You gotta buy them together. It's the way it is. And if you disagree with me, tell me why. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you actually thought the same thing, that you just can't split these two guys off, But, yeah, it's like, so I actually picked these over the movie Turtles because when's the next time you're actually going to see a Bebop and Rocksteady of the pop television vinyl thing, because these things are really cool. Really, really sweet. Not only that, I actually got a Bebop keychain that looks kind of like this, but I think it's a different brand actually. So we're gonna talk about those. I really starting to enjoy the whole vinyl pop television stuff because I think they're really cool. And yeah, they're starting to becoming collectors, people. So if you want, start collecting these as well. Do it because I guess they're already in the second season already on their collection. But I don't want to open them up. I can't, because it's a collector's thing, and I just can't open them up. But it does help build stuff on top, because I noticed something about toys, and I think I already said this before. As we all see, is a square box, right? And we all know when the square box comes out, they're easier to collect. A pile. So it's easier to put them together. But toys like, let's see, toys like this, that is not squared and it's open. So I think Playmates did it on purpose, so therefore we could actually open them up and play with them. It's not just having a regular square box like they used to in the 80s and 90s. But when they have a square box, it kind of makes it harder for us to open up because it's a collector deal and everything. I'm going to start off by showing you, of course. Check out Fighter Corners. There's their address. Facebook them. Give them a call. And here's my buddy. He's made his own website. He's also selling turtle toys. You're going to check him out and tell me what you guys think about his website and his prices and everything. But definitely check out Fighter Corners because that's the way to go. They have anime, video games, old school, new school stuff, toys, dolls, giant action figure statues of those, what do you call them, those anime statues. I don't even know the name of it, but I think they're pretty cool. And video games, like I said. But yeah, check them out. They're a really good place to go check out. So, yeah, let's just get on with the review. Alright, let's start off with my favorite Bebop. Yeah, these are pop television. As you see, they're actually using a new logo. And this is number 142. I guess, of course, I don't. Like I said, I don't know very much about this company, but obviously they number the toys that they made in order. So this was the first one they made for the Bebop and Rocksteady stuff for the second. I guess the second series. I guess you call it. And bottom on top of it has this top of his head looks really cute, and it says Pop Television. So and his mohawk's not too super high, but I'm glad they kept his piercings. And of course, there he is right there in a cartoon version of him. Super glad that they took off the whole goofy front tooth kind of thing, because this is based on the actual cartoon. Honestly, I don't know if you can see it with the reflection. It's a little bit dirty. But there's Bebop. People say his glasses do not come off. Neither does his nose ring, which is good. I like the fact they actually paint his nose rings actually look like real metallic silver. Same thing with his bottom piece. They actually, like I said, they actually made it look like actual cartoon series. With his red shoes and everything, and his spiked there's a wristband. I forgot what they're called, man. I had one myself. Of course, they silver up the bullets on his chest, which is really good. I love the fact they did that. With this one, they didn't make him too fat, which is good. Thank you for doing that. They make him more muscular. Of course, they did the question thing. You see that on his left leg. Wow, fire truck just went by. On his left leg, you see a little metal piece going across. I don't know if they're trying to mimic the 80s Bebop. Remember, because remember he had that broken leg thing, and they would put a screwdriver into his leg, so it was like it helped him walk. But I don't remember that piece. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched the 80s Bebop. But yeah, you can see what they actually add pieces a little bit. But it still looks fantastic. And his chain around his other arm, which is all painted beautifully. And not only that, I really love how they painted the shell. I mean, that shell is absolutely great. It has the yellow mustard look around it, and they actually had the band to wrap around his shoulders. Very, very fantastic job. Of course, his earring right there. Little ears. Yes, he has a mohawk. You probably can't really see it due to the fact of the reflection. Sorry about that. I don't see any weapons he comes with or anything like that. It's just the way you see is what you get, which is worth it a lot. Believe me, it's totally worth it. Let me just get this one back. Of course, here's a side. You can see the whole figure of his body, how he's supposed to look. Bebop! And here's the back part of this series. Of course, we all had the Ninja Turtles right here. Splinter, Shredder, which I have not seen Shredder. I saw April, and I'm like, 50-50. I mean, I might get it, but that's going to be like my last choice. But then he had the Foot Soldier, which is... Oh, there's a number. Yeah, he has a Foot Soldier right there. I think he looks okay. A lot of people were like kind of 50-50 on it, but I like the Foot Soldier, and he was there. But then I only have enough money for Bebop and Rocksteady. If you pay attention to the background, you have a sewer lid, New York City, and the old school turtle cartoons, and then Shredder right there, Shredder over here. So this is what the turtle's supposed to look like. That's how the actual look. So they start giving them like necks and thin them out. Yes, this is how much it costs. When we got Bebop and Rocksteady. It came out in 2014 Viacom. So remember, so we got $10.99 at this comic book store. But where is it? If you go to what's it called, Barnes and Noble, I actually paid $8.95 for this one. So Barnes and Noble, it'd be surprising to know that they're actually cheaper than collectors and comic book store, because comic book stores like, well, we're collectors, so we're gonna price it up more. As you can see, I've been told a lot of people that that his mouth is actually wasn't painted to start off with, but mine is actually painted in. Or no, I think it was his tongue. People were saying his tongue is actually wasn't painted or something like that. We'll put the old link on this one underneath this video, so you go and check them out. However, there's different version of this one. I don't know if it's real or not, but I looked on their website and there's a black and white version of this. I have not seen the whole red band thing, which I don't know why would you do that, because he has this old school buckle M. But yeah, I saw a whole different color ones of this one. So I put this over here, and then with the Bebop, it's just he's so totally sweet. I mean, he's fantastic detail. I don't know much of their joints because, like I said, I haven't opened mine yet. So my question to you guys who owns these toys that actually have them open, does his arm move? Does his leg move? From the look of it, you can see that little loop underneath his neck. Looks like his neck moves. So that's pretty cool. I don't know anything about the back, so I don't know if he has like the foot soldier face symbol on his back like the old school one or whatnot. So there's Bebop. And now we do Rocksteady. The only thing I wish they added on Rocksteady was that hat thing he had, that military hat with the goggles. I really liked Bebop in that. Wasn't a big fan until the 90s when I should say, in the 90s came around when he took off his hat. I was like, oh man, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of disappointing. So here's Rocksteady, vinyl figure, in different language, of course. Choking hazard. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this for kids, unless they're actually, understandable to what's collecting and not to put this in their mouth or stuff like that. But with Rocksteady, I'm glad the fact that they actually paint the horn different color, like the whole dark gray, kind of like the second print of Rocksteady's horn. Because the first print of Rocksteady, actually, his original horn was white. And they didn't do that with this one. I think it looks kind of funny looking, but I still love it. Of course, the silver paint job on his bullets. His belly sticking out, as you can see, which he always does. And he has a little grenade right there, like his old school. From the look of it, it looks like he has his wooden sword. Remember the old school 80s? Well, 80s and 90s weapon. He carried a wooden sword with him, so that's what it looks like it has on the back. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. There, you can see it right there in the back. It doesn't have his gun from the look of it. I don't know if it does or doesn't. If you have these guys open, please, like I said, tell me something. Okay, the look of it doesn't look like their arms or leg moves, just a head. I don't see no slide or slots or anything like that on them. If they do carry weapons, I don't think they would, because they're both making a big fist and there's no hole in the middle to hold their weapons or guns. So I wouldn't think they come with any kind of accessories. So, and I don't think that sword actually opens up to what you undo his back piece. So it'd be kind of pointless to have accessories with no holding hands to hold them together. But anyways, here's Rocksteady, the number 143. You can see on the bottom piece, it's top of his head saying vinyl pop. Same thing with the background, the old school, new school stuff. This is how people want to argue with me about. This is old school turtle art. This is a new school turtle art. Believe me, I've seen all the artwork when I was growing up as a kid. New school. New school. Shredder's kind of looks like more of the 90s when he had like the purple top. Remember that? He had a different color cape. That's old school right here. Right there, because I had the backpack of that. Old school right there. That's new school. I remember that. You could spot these old school and new school stuff. Oh, hey, look, I found a foot soldier right there. I just don't see no Bebop and Rocksteady anywhere. So let's go in the back. It's the same thing, all lined up with turtles. So these are the second series. I don't know what they're going to do in the third series. I mean, they already got the main characters. Well, I'm probably bring out Casey Jones or Krang. hopefully they continue making more of these with the old school classic stuff. And I noticed right here on the bottom piece, see, tell you all the different things. Facebook, and this is their page. They're also on Instagram. So this is what it looks. Made in China. Now here's a sticker right here. I guess this is their barcode. That's his barcode. And that's his barcode right there. Let's see. Yeah, Michelangelo has a barcode as well. I don't know what a JJL stands for. If you guys do, feel free to put on the bottom piece. I would like to know more about these, what do you call it, pop television. I don't, like I said, I just started collecting these since they brought out Turtles. The first time I actually seen these, it was the action figures, like superhero stuff and The Walking Dead. And I know a lot of people, I've seen on Instagram, a lot of people collect these. Amazing artwork, or not artwork, but amazing collection, and see how they're all put together. But for me, and I'm just gonna get just regular whatever I want. I want just the Turtles only on vinyls. So yes, I hopefully when I have enough money again, I would find Shredder. I really want to get my hands on him. I know he's very hard to find. I mean, the Turtles are pretty hard to find. The only one the only one I cannot find that's really hard is Shredder and Splinter. But I'm pretty sure April won't be as popular, or the Foot Soldier. But I guarantee you later on in the future that people are going to want to start collecting these again when they don't make these anymore. I guarantee that April's going to be worth a lot more money because, you know, it's one of a kind, and they're probably going to stop making her. But, I don't know. What do you guys think about April? I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Do you like her? Do you hate her? Do you think they could do it a little bit better? I mean, I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think about the April and the Foot Soldier. But besides that, I don't know too much information about this pop television stuff. But I want to know if this review actually helped you out to know what it looks like. Did you not know this even exists? If you didn't, hopefully this review helped you out to know what's out there. Yeah, put your comments down. Tell me, guys, what do you guys think about these vinyl pop stuff, especially for the Bebop and Rocksteady. In my point of view, these guys are actually, if they put his army hat and his goggles on, I would say this would be the closest to the cartoon. Seriously, compared to the classic stuff, because like I said, it's an upgrade version of the old school characters. But these ones are actually close to the old school cartoon. My view, I say get these for your collection. I mean, these things are super cool. And if you're like me, who doesn't just collect Playmates toys, but like to collect anything that has to do with Ninja Turtles, I would say these will be the top thing to get. Seriously, these are the superest, coolest thing ever. And there's other companies too who are actually making these turtle stuff, including with Bebop and Rocksteady. So, vinyl toy, which is really weird to hear. But which one's your favorite? Which one do you think it looks a lot better, Rocksteady or Bebop? Push like the toys, really. It would help the video out as well. Share this with your fans, your friends, your family, your children, your mom and dad, whichever you want to call them. And share these with them and tell them that, hey, I want to get my hands on these, and this is what it looks like. Or check this out, and maybe somebody didn't know about it. Your friends, you've been hearing about it, but they never actually seen it, or can't find any pictures on the internet. You know, show them the video. So, till then, this is it. This is all I could think of what to say behind the whole Bebop and Rocksteady. I would like to get my hands on the other Turtles as well. So this is not the last of my vinyl collection. I want to get more of these. I love these. These things are super cool. I'm very picky on my Turtle toys. But these things, I actually picked these over the movie Turtles, which should be coming very soon for another review. But I want to get these out of the way because Bebop and Rocksteady are the thing of all villains when it comes to toys and cartoons. So, yeah. Alright, so hopefully this review is really good for you guys. Like I said, I don't know any information behind the whole pop television. I know they've been out for quite a while now, been making their stuff. They're supposedly making these turtle ones bigger now. Like, so you're gonna get bigger size of these, what do they call them? Where is it? Funko. I swear I heard of Funko before, like in the 90s, when there was actual a poster brand that actually make posters of, you know, cartoons, fantasy, and of course girls in bikinis. And I remember they all have that word Funko on the bottom piece, like it's in different colors. I'm pretty sure if you're from the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm talking about. The whole Funko brand and everything. I don't think they're the same brand, the same people, but you know, it's kind of popped in my head. But supposedly there's actually going to be one bigger size and everything of the turtles and other characters as well. I don't know. I read it somewhere and people were talking about it. So if you're actually from this company, Funko, I would like to hear some more information about these guys. I mean, I could just go online and read about it, but just too excited to do these. But if you one of the people disagree with the whole, like, I only afford one, you know, the Bebop Rocksteady, which one should I get? Which one should I get? Mine view, you don't have to agree with me, but this is my view. If I could only afford one, I would get the Bebop first because he looks so much cooler and so much better, and Bebop is more cooler. I like Bebop better. Then you get Rocksteady. But if you're a Rocksteady fan, well, then you already know what you're supposed to get first. But still, no matter what, you can't really separate these guys from each other. I mean, they're like the bestest friend ever. So, Bebop and Rocksteady, I totally love these guys. So, yeah, if you're a collector, guys, seriously, these are the ones to collect. These are going to be harder to find later on in the future. I'll give to you that because I saw Shredder once and never got it. Kind of regret it. But, do you guys have these still in your package and open? Or do you guys already have them open? I mean, do you guys regret opening these things? Because I'm really, really terrified of opening these. I mean, the box is not the greatest detail when I got them. But, maybe later in the future I might open these up and, you know, I don't know what else to say, but put your comments down on these guys. Tell me what do you guys think about this. And yes, add these to your collection. These things are collectible now. They're getting very popular out there. It matters where you go. Like I said, this $10 from $8. So if you want, I will go to Barnes and Noble first. Check them out. Because they're the one who first started holding them. And then if they don't have it, collector stores. And like I said, they might price it up. Fire corners, guys. You guys start getting these in your stores. I don't remember seeing them. I think you guys do. Think. Wow, I talked all funny. But yeah, these are very popular. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about this online and everything. And people are actually loving these toys. So, gotta get your hands on these guys. Alright, until then, people, take care of yourself and happy hunting. And I am not sliming these things to ruin the box. So, I don't know what to slime. I'll think of something. So until then, happy hunting, everyone. See you later. Alright, so I'm going to start oozing dog pound fish face because last time kind of didn't get ooze. All they got was the patch on his nose and more on a Shredder and Foot Soldier. So let's open them up, shall we? Let's ooze them. So this. Because there's no way I'm oozing, you know, box with collectible on it. So yeah. Go ooze, go! Yay! Yes, I do have a section of ooze. I love these things. You can actually make artwork out of them. Stretch them out. Go like this. Gotta get fish face. I bet you that sounds lovely. I love this ooze. The villain of Highlander will get Ooze. Whoa, no, come back. No. Sweet. That sounds lovely from the camera, doesn't it? Like this. Let's try to speed this up. Almost done. As you can see, done. Woohoo! Look at that thing go. Awesome. And there you guys have it. Finally got them Ooze. Alright, it's that eBay time. We are looking at a duck with no arm, one arm I should say, no accessories, no hat, no eggs or whatever you want to call it. This guy wants to sell it for $14.99. Hell no. Best offer shipping is $5. And here's the guy who's selling it. Honestly, this is not worth that much money. But he did say it's for parts, so if you wanted to use them for parts, that's cool and everything. But I would rather give you $2 for this thing, because $14.99, I could get a brand new Ace Duck with the full accessories. This is not worth that much money. So people, if you're out there going to try and be like, hey, I want to sell you some parts, cool, $5 maybe, but not over 10, not even over $6 that you should sell things for parts. You know, it's not worth it. That's my point of view. What is you guys' point of view? Yay or nay on this one? Put your comments down, guys.